So guys, rank and rent day number 5. And I just want to give you guys kind of like an update on what's going on, me building quote unquote in public. First of all, 2 new clients. One is at $12.50 and 2,000 for website redo. Okay, $12.50 per month, by the way, of course. And then this one, the other client is $2,000 per month. He doesn't need a new site. How did I get these? So this is why you guys have to be building in public, like Jackie tells you to. I know it's going to sound a lot like I am, sucking his dick, but truth is, I already know this to be true. People do not take action. People are scared. They're afraid. And I'm going to talk more about that at the end of the video if you guys are here for a little bit of mindset stuff. So you need to take action because I have another brand. Okay. And what I do is I have another brand helping people. That's all I'm going to tell you. And it's in relationships. I'll tell you that. Okay. I help people in that niche. And what I did is it's totally a cross sell, right? So I was telling people when I was talking to them, because I do like coaching sessions, I was talking to them and I was like, hey, look, as I got to know them and tell them and I helped them with their situation, I would get to know what they do. So through that, I was like, okay, you have a business that is in this niche. Cool. I think I can help you. And I basically poached this guy, and this guy was already left the company that he was working with because they were heavily overcharging him. I don't even really know what that means because, like, truthfully, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what kind of value they were providing for him. But I think they were overcharging him, and he, it was working at the time. So the niche, I'll tell you the niches, but I won't show you anything because I've heard just horror stories of salty SEO people sending bad backlinks at you and stuff like that. But that also doesn't really matter too because of the Parasite stuff. So, but I'm just going to keep it to myself for now. There may be a day down the road where I show a piece of my portfolio. So I'm going to have a whole portfolio of rank and rent and client SEO stuff. The 2 niches are towing and roofing. Now I did mention roofing in the last video that I made. Thank you everyone for watching. Guys, this is so weird because I know that a lot of my growth is probably because I post in Jackie's videos. I don't post every day. I want to post every day, but I'm at the point where my budget would have to be massive for me to report something big to you. So every time I report something, I've done something, right? So I don't really want to make a video about nothing unless you guys want mindset stuff. But if that's something you want, let me know. One of the questions I did have was about VAs. I'm going to remind myself to talk about that in a second. VAs. And I'll tell you a little bit about the Parasite stuff. So basically in this last month, my monthly income has increased $32.50 per month. Now, I already told you I have another business. I don't rely on this money. I don't, it's cake money. This whole SEO thing is going to be extra money, technically speaking. And maybe it'll become my main thing because I do want to grow a big enough company and work with big companies. And now this whole Parasite thing is also insane. So let's talk about that. So I didn't know what the hell this was literally a month ago. Okay. And this is all thanks to Jackie. This is why I'm so grateful and literally fucking talking about him every single video because of him, I know what this is. And because of him, and me taking action. So he gave me the information and I took the action from it. This helped me get a page to number 1. Now I started sites already. So what I'm going to do, so in his latest video, which I actually commented on, there was something I was confused about. What I was confused about was how do you, because you don't own the page. So how do you change? Because he was doing best 3 realtors, right? In Vancouver. Okay. And he's ranking number 1 he's ranking on like number 3 or something like that. I looked it up and maybe it's number 1 now. And so I was like, my biggest question was, how do you change who you rank, like who you link to. If you're mentioning the names in the page, in the post. For example, the 3 realtors that he named that's ranking number 1 was like Eddie or something like that. Let's just say, I can't remember the other 2, Peter or something like that. I don't know. And let's just say it was like Dan or something. I could be completely right or completely wrong. I was confused because it's like, okay, if Eddie doesn't pay you, let's say he doesn't pay. How do you change that? Right? So I was actually, by mistake, right? So he said do a 301 redirect from an asset you own. So I was like, okay, so I already have a website. And first of all, and guys, this is how fucking bad at SEO I have. This is how far I've come. I didn't even know how to do a 301 redirect. I want you guys to know how far and how fast you come just by listening to somebody online for free. You go, how to do a redirect. And there's literally a free redirect plugin called Redirection or something like that. And I looked up a YouTube video on how to do it. And I was like, oh, bam, click. So what I did was, instead of actually naming their names, okay, you can actually do a site. So you could have a domain, like he's saying. You could do a domain saying like Vancouver Realtor. Jesus, can I spell? Right? .ca, et cetera, et cetera. So you had to say you had another one here and another one here. Okay. And you could just direct them to that or whatever. What I did is the redirection link on the Parasite post. I just go recommended. It's like top roofing company. So what I did was that. So, and then it has like, they do like a recommended thing, and you could do top, you could do like number 1 recommended. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Number 1 recommended. You could do that. And then you could say number 2 and then number 3, but you don't actually put their names. You put just like this is the first company that I would work with, second company I would work with, and third, and they get the click. And then you just change the redirection to the actual company that's currently paying you. That's all I did. Okay. So you could do this for anything. You could do this for plumbers. So let me just to be extra informational. The Parasite post, okay? Because I remember how many times I actually watched Jackie's video. Let's say it's on Outlook India. Okay. So the post will say, let's say it was top 3. I'll just change the niche, plumbers. Okay. And then you can go, it has, let's say this is the article, right? Let's say this is the article. Then they have the post, like the link right there. So that'll be link number 1, which will say, number 1 recommended company. Okay. Then there will be some more shit here, and they'll say number 2. Okay. Number 2. Then there'll be more shit, and it says number 3. Okay. Then you have a 301 redirect. Okay. That you own from a site you own. So make sure you have like my site's called nevosdigital.com. So you could have a post, you could have a domain like that, and then you can redirect from there. And then you change the source, you change the target. Okay. So the source will be whatever. Then you change the target each time. Right? Yeah. So you guys can tell, like, I've only just started doing this. So even I'm still a little confused. I have to look at what I just did to remind myself what I just did. Okay. So then so if target number 1 company decides I'm not paying you anymore, you change the redirect. Again, many of you guys are already going to know this. I'm just new to this, right? You change the redirect target to the company that is paying you. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, again, I'm testing this because I'm testing everything he's saying and I'm applying it. Okay. So that's what I did so far. And this is already on page 1. Okay. So, now it needs to climb a little bit more. So I'm just going to throw some backlinks at it. I talked to the guy, that gets the Parasite posts. I'm talking to him now, and, I was talking to him about like this whole process, and he's like, oh, and it's actually him and I that sort of came up with this idea, this whole thing, because he was like, okay, like, you know, because I was like, how am I supposed to change this? It doesn't make any sense. And he was like, oh, like, and then I showed him Jackie's video, and he was like, oh, you're going to just want to do this. And then he showed me exactly what I need to do. That's, guys, this is sort of from here on, this is the mindset stuff. So all you guys need to do is take action and fail forward, even if you look stupid. Okay. So make sure you guys are making YouTube channels, even though you guys might be awkward, right? I'm used to making YouTube videos, so I know, like, I don't have a problem being on camera, but many of you guys are going to have like that barrier in your mind. So you guys need to get over that and just make like 100 videos, literally make 100 videos talking about the results that you're getting. And here's my plan. So here's my big ass plan for this, because I kind of think I see what Jackie's trying to do. So my plan, right? I already have a plan for Nevos, but the plan, fucking stupid iPad plan, okay, is I want to get 10 or more to page 1. And the companies that do like, I'm hoping that people will contact me through YouTube and through my socials and say, hey, I want to like work with you. Can you take a look at my business? Right. I want to show off and tell you guys that I've done it. And I will show those companies like what I've done. And so I can prove to them like this is number one. And I won't show it publicly. Like I'll build in public, right? And talk about what I've done, but I'm not going to show the actual assets, because I don't like, I want success here. Once I have a big, once people know me, I'm getting a lot more people coming to me every single day, or every single week wanting to do business. Then I'll show my stuff off to you guys. But again, so what I was talking about earlier with Parasite posts is they don't like they can handle more link toxicity than a new website would. That's why I was like refraining from showing it off. I could, I guess, but I want you guys to be creative and just literally like pick a niche, dominate your city, right? So if it's plumbing, like, you can just pick a city, and dominate it with a bunch of niches, or you can pick a niche and dominate like a bunch of different cities. So if you did, let's say you did plumbers, right? Cool. Dominate that. Get to number 1, and do exactly what I told you here. Okay. And that's what I did. And just fucking listen and follow exactly and see if it works for you. So you have to be willing to try shit, because it does work. See, and everyone's afraid that they're going to get scammed or they're going to waste money. Like, I understand so many of you guys are working off of limited budgets, and you want to make sure that every move you make is the right move. I totally get that. But you also have to understand that your life is short, and you're literally going to, who cares, and that's the thing about having a scarcity mindset versus an abundance mindset. So my plan is to get 10 companies, 10 things to page 1. And then I want to start branching out from there. And so I said I wanted to get to 20K or whatever. So I want to start talking to bigger brands, right? So let's say all these are local. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10. So once I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Once all those are done, I'm going to show this off, which I'm doing right now. Okay. So I already got 1 done. This is done now. Okay. Now I'm working on number 2. Okay. So once that's done, I'm going to show this off on my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to do this, probably the same thing, but with bigger companies. So basically you get to see, first of all, the income grow, right? And then I want more companies to approach me and go, hey, check this guy out. He'll get you to page 1. So the client SEO as well, I can show that off and show what improvements I've literally made for them as they've been working with me. So there's that as well. So 10 more companies. But I want these to be a little bit more difficult. Now, it depends on what Google does, right? If somehow all these Parasite posts end up just going in the shitter or whatever, Somehow, I don't know how they would do it. Cool. Then I'll just go back to just ranking sites. It will be slower, pounding with backlinks and just keep doing local until I get to a certain number, right? I highly doubt anything will happen with Parasites, but who knows, right? And that's the thing about SEOs. See, I've had my ear to the ground with SEO for quite a long time. And I've noticed that there's a lot of salty people in this industry. And I don't know why. I don't know what causes it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe some people got burned and they just get mad at Google and they're like, fuck you. But this is like, search traffic has always been my favorite because, again, I work with that with my first business, and the quality of leads is way higher than doing like Facebook ads, with Facebook ads, you can get a lot more people, a lot more volume, but just with my experience, the people that you end up actually working with, right? So I'd rather work with some medium-sized business owners if I could. Instead of working with small business owners and small business stuff, I want to grow this for sure, right? But I'd rather work with companies that make more money and have more budget. Their mindsets are different, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong about that, but their mindsets are a little bit different, which I'm really looking forward to doing. So, and this personal brand is just going to show me doing that. I'll have this around for the next 5-10 years or longer. Personally speaking, with AI, I truly believe that everyone's going to need a personal brand, because if you don't have one, you're just going to be left behind, because AI, maybe they will be able to make personal brands in the future on their own, but not on their own because they're not sentient yet, right? I guess. Who knows? I think everyone's going to need a personal brand at some point. And eventually, that's what I'll do. So that's where we're at now. This video is mega long, almost 20 minutes. So I hope you guys liked it. But that's the plan for everything so far. The plan will probably change and alter as I go. But that's what I have done so far. And so far, obviously I haven't gotten a whole lot moving in terms of like actually, because the roofing company is on page 1, but I want to get it higher on page 1. So I need to get it like rank number 1 or rank number 2. But it should be fine. So I just have to throw I think I have to throw quite a few backlinks at it to get it to the actual number 1 spot. That's fine. I'm willing to do that and watch the, money come in. So if you guys have any questions, post them down below. I know there are a lot of people that like watching Jackie's videos and doing that. I actually commented and he pinned it. So it's really cool. There, I've gotten some people talking about it so far. So if you have any questions, let me know and we'll update you with day number 6.